Hey guys, so I wanted to just quickly come on and basically just ask you guys if you watched the program the other day with Katie Price and her son Harvey, because I was just been looking on Twitter and Instagram, and there's still a lot of people trying to bash that Katie Price, saying how bad of a mother she is and how bad of a person she is. I didn't know what your guys' opinion, what your opinion was. Did you watch the program? I can't remember what it was called. I think it was Harvey and Me or something. Her son Harvey, he has I think he's got ADHD. I think that's what she said, and he's got autism. And he's got loads of other obviously health conditions. He's got a really severe stigma to his eyes and stuff like that. And I was just wondering what your opinion was as a person with ADHD, if you've got it. What did you how did you watch it? Did anyone watch the program basically about Harvey and Katie Price? Because I feel even though she might have made some pretty shit decisions as a person, the way that she portrayed herself and Harvey on the TV the other day was incredibly inspiring. I see some parents still try to say that ADHD and autism, it's a way of parenting, stuff like that. But even though Katie Price has all the money in the world, she could get Harvey all the help he desires and needs, yet he only listens to his mum. He only calms down when she talks to him. And I just thought it was really interesting, because I know personally that my mum is my way of coping. I know that my mum is the only person that could calm me down and reassure me. So I was just thinking, did anyone else watch the program and have the same thoughts that I did about how it's just really difficult for people to see more of a person. They just see the outside, his behaviour. Obviously they were looking at different colleges, because he, she's had to make a difficult decision that he's gonna have to he's 18, so he's gonna have to move out and go live at a residential college. And I mean, it was a really emotional and an intense type of program, and the way that she speaks to Harvey, talks to Harvey, and he, even though he has it was explained that he is 18 but has the brain of a 7-year-old, so mentally he's not able to make big decisions. But I was watching the program, she always included Harvey. It was do you like this college? Even though he really doesn't understand the the severity and the importance of picking the right college, she never kind of not asked him how he felt. And I thought it was really inspirational, and watching it and still thinking and still reading things negative about Katie Price. It just makes you feel I don't think anyone can win in this world. You're always going to have people that are just against you, regardless of who you are. You could be the nicest person in the world and still people would choose to slag you off and stab you in the back. And I just kind of wanted to come on here and just say I don't know. I don't even know what I really came on here to say. It was just that, basically. I was just interested to see if anyone else has really watched the programme. Because I personally felt that it people were saying that she didn't show the real Harvey. And I mean, but then like she said, she didn't want to kind of film Harvey having meltdowns, because that's not fair. He can't say no, he can't, he's in a vulnerable state, and it's not fair to film him. And you still have people trying to say that she's doing it for money, but if she was doing it for money and she was doing it for clout and all this stuff, don't you think she probably would have filmed him having meltdowns? Because I know full well, people, like I just said, people want to see that. And because she didn't show that, apparently she's not showing the real Harvey. But I think out of respect for her son, she's done the right thing by, not showing him having meltdowns. I mean, I wouldn't be very happy if I was in a panic attack and my mum whipped out a phone and was like, come on, I'm here, but I'm filming you too. Like, I wouldn't be very good, like, happy with that either. But yeah, I just thought I'd come on here. I'm really bored as well. We've got the plumber in today, and I don't understand why anyone would want to put that on the TV, but people want to watch it and people want to see people having meltdowns. I just don't understand. I don't understand some people's, like, mentality. My skin is so bad at the moment. I'm trying to, like, put it as far away as possible. But yeah, my skin is so bad. I think it's because, like, where you have to wear a mask a lot of the time, and I'm at the doctor's, like, quite a bit because I have to have my, like, injections for B12. I've got to wear this mask and it's always, like, making me sweat, and it seems to be, like, at that particular ooh, it's horrible. Anyway, yeah, I don't even know, I've kind of sidetracked now. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to come on here and just say, like, that's my opinion anyway, that I personally feel like she's a good mum, and the programme portrayed ADHD, autism. I don't understand he has, like, a neurological disorder with his eyes as well, like a disease, and it's really, really rare, like an illness. I don't know what it is. I'm not even going to try to attempt to explain it because I won't do it justice. I don't know what it is. But basically his eyesight's pretty poor, and he takes ADHD medication and autistic kind of things, and like Katie said, if he didn't take it, he would be even worse than he is, and his behaviour wise, and, like, she showed all the holes in the wall that he had done by having, like, meltdowns and stuff. And I just think that she is a brave person for putting that, broadcasting that on the TV, especially because she has so many people, like, that troll her all the time, and I don't know if you saw my previous story about the video that someone put up about Harvey. It's just, like, I don't understand why people feel that they have the right to bully someone like that. He is so innocent and vulnerable. People still, decide to preach on that. And I don't understand bullies. Like, I don't understand. I couldn't bully anybody. Like, if I wouldn't know how to do it because I wouldn't want to upset people. Maybe that's just been the way I've been raised. I mean, I've just not been raised to think that's okay. I've always been raised to treat others how I want to be treated. And yes, I treated some teachers like shit and some authority figures like shit when I was growing up, but I didn't know I had ADHD. I had no help, and nobody could help me because they didn't know either. So, all that type of behaviour and, like, treating people like shit, that I regret that. But ever since I've kind of been grown up, I've always been used. Like, I've never actually been horrible to anyone, and people, like, seem to always, see my friendship, my desire to want to fit in as, like, obsessiveness. And actually, I'm just trying my hardest not to lose a friend again, I think it's really difficult because people only see, like, what they want to see out of me. And, it's really difficult because when you have, like, RSD and you have bad anxiety, you kind of already feel shit in yourself even before you let someone in. So letting someone in is, like, super difficult anyway. And, when you finally have the courage to let someone in, it's like you're so on edge, you're worried that you're gonna not be good enough or that they're gonna see you for who you truly are because your mask, when you do mask stuff, eventually you will have to, it will slip, and I know that for a fact. You can mask all you want, right, but you can't mask every day. Every day you can't do it. It's impossible. And some days some days it's you can't do it. You're having too much of a bad day and it's impossible to mask who you are. And when you let someone in, you automatically kind of already push them away. Does that make sense? you already have them at arm's length, and a lot of people can see that, especially with like my past like boyfriends. It's been like, you know, it's always been, I don't open up, I don't really talk to people about how I feel. It's almost like I just go along with what they say, because I don't like conflict, I don't like making people upset, and I look vulnerable, I look like a pushover, and eventually, my mask does slip, and I will have, not a meltdown, but I will say what I want to say, and sometimes my opinion and my way of approaching situations isn't great. My emotional regulation isn't great, and sometimes people just mistake that as I'm being horrible. But it's difficult, and that's the whole point really for this like channel. Not channel, Instagram, YouTube accounts. I'm trying to do it because I know how difficult it is, and for example, last night I had some arsehole try and come at me about, I don't even know, I've forgotten now because I just don't give a shit. But he basically come at me trying to say that ADHD is an excuse. He has it, but he hasn't used it as an excuse, and that's why I'm not successful, but he is. So, you still get people with ADHD being like negative and like having their opinion, and I do understand that, everyone's entitled to their opinion. I'm not saying they're not, but I just don't understand why people have to, be like, so, I don't even know, like, nasty with it. They could just keep it to themselves. Why do they, unless I've literally offended them, right? Or like been nasty, horrible. I don't even know. Like, I don't even know. If I've made you upset, like, fair enough. Come at me. Come tell me how I've made you feel. But like, I done nothing. I don't even know this man. And he decided to like tell me his whole life story and blame basically me for making ADHD a joke. So yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here because I'm pretty bored. And you lot are my only friends. So yeah, I just thought I'd come on here. But if you haven't watched Katie Price, you regardless of your opinion of Katie Price, you need to watch that programme, because as a person with like complex needs, ADHD, autism, Asperger's, anything like that, it's really eye-opening. Like if you watch it, you'll see that the injustice that people have every day, like Harvey, for example, Katie Price is rich, right? Obviously she's famous, she's got a bit of money, but that even though she's in the public eye, her local council have to allocate Harvey a place in what's the word? If you want to allocate oh my frigging god. Basically the programme is about Harvey finding a new college, right? And it's a residential college, blah 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 blah. And the only reason freaking out, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Basically, I was getting at, Katie Price has all the money in the world, right? Well, she doesn't, but she's pretty rich. She's a lot more rich than I am. And she could possibly pay for Harvey to have a good education, to go to, I don't know, a good residential college. But it's not down to her, it's down to the, it's down to the people at their local council, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. And I don't even know. I've lost track. I'm trying to keep up with these comments and then I'm losing freaking track. But yeah, no, I know. I do know that she's not the best person in the world. I know, and I don't agree with half the stuff. To be fair, I don't really follow her. I don't really know her. But I just know that, you can't fault her on the way that she parents Harvey. The way that she, she sat at a train station for hours just so that he can take photos, and like if she visits train stations just for him to take photos and stuff like that. It's just like, and not a lot of parents would do that. And I know full well that if I had have probably asked my dad to take me shoe shopping because I'm obsessed with shoes, he would be like, no. And that's me, like, I'm his daughter, and you'd think, he'd probably come with... No, he won't. He would not stand in a shoe shop with me and just let me take pictures or like buy loads of shoes. He wouldn't do it because it's like, I don't want to do that. But yeah, no, I know that people don't like Kate Price. I don't have an opinion on her that much. But I know that whatever she's done in the past, whoever she really is, the way that she parents Harvey as a special needs, like complex son, child, man, you know, she is a good mum. And, you know, I can't have my opinion swayed on that one, because I do feel that she is generally is a good mum. But yeah, people shouldn't use their kids to get money. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if she's broke. I don't really care about her bank balance. But I don't know. I was just coming on here because I watched it the other day, and I just feel like, you know, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. But I don't know how much is real. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I just came on here just to say my opinion. I just think she's a good mum. There's nothing much to it. I just think she's just a good mum. But yeah, I'm quite bored, so... Yeah, no, that is exactly right. You know, the way that Katie Price has brought her son up is good. I'm not saying she's a nice person, but, you know, I don't know. But, also... what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So I actually got a message the other day from my book publishers, right? And it's so nearly finished. Oh, my God. I've read... so I've read the majority of my book now. Trust me. That, oh, my God. I was trying to read it on my iPad. So I've got an iPad Pro, so I've got this one. It's pretty, like, it's a pretty big big screen. It's like 12.9 inches or something. And I was trying to read it the other day, and I just kept going over the same part, like, over and over and over again. But I'm going to be doing a giveaway of one of my books. I just wanted to just let you guys know that. I'm going to be doing a giveaway of one of my books. So yeah, that will be coming up soon. It's going to be published officially in March. Yeah, in March. I don't know whether that's the beginning or the end of March. But I should hopefully get them before, so it might be earlier. I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to definitely give away one of my books. And I am starting a new podcast as well. It's going to be one for... actually, I'm not going to give it away because it'll be pretty sick. But I've got some real good guests coming on. Yeah, and I've got some real good questions. And I just think it's, you know, I am starting to kind of find my niche when it comes to ADHD and autism. Like, I've now kind of found what I'm passionate about, and it's not... I used to really just want to kind of speak about my experiences with ADHD, but I kind of got bored with just doing that, because there's only so many videos, there's only so many podcasts, there's only so many things that you can talk about. And I kind of got to that point where I was like, I've spoken, you know, I even spoke about my sex life, you know, it got to the point, you know, it got to the point where I thought, do you know what? It's either I carry on doing this and I'm just going to have to keep going over the same things. And I'm not like that. Like, I get bored when I see people talking about the same shit. And, you know, I just thought to myself, there's got to be something else I'm quite interested in. And I had a really good chat with a lady on Instagram. We FaceTimed, and I did film it, but it was a really in-depth, is it intimate? That sounds really weird. I'm not sure that's the correct word, but it was really, like, personal, in-depth. You know, we spoke about past trauma, kind of like ADHD in general, but, you know, she comes from a different country, and she was telling me about how it's treated differently, and, like, you know, it made me realise how lucky we are in the UK to have the kind of the NHS. And even though I waited so long to get a diagnosis, and eventually I went private, you know, it made me realise that there are so many different things to talk about in ADHD, not just not just ADHD. It sounds really funny, but it's really good. I've got some real good ideas, and there's a few people on here that I've been messaging, and I think that I've got a good kind of team behind me now, that like a good couple of, but the major, I think we're all women, yeah, so I'm gonna say women. There's a good few women now that I've started like speaking to regularly, like getting involved in kind of open questions, debates, and I'm gonna be bringing them to a cinema near, no, not joking, not a cinema. I'm gonna be bringing them to like a little kind of like podcast. I did start something with another ADHD account on here, with Hannah, but I just have so much on that I don't want to let another person down, so I decided that me and Hannah, it wasn't a good thing at the moment. I'm not saying it won't ever work, but I don't know, at the moment I feel really passionate to, you know, raise awareness of some things that I mean, I have been affected by them, I have, but I haven't at the same time, to an extent that I've never been like in trouble with authorities, like in the like police and kind of stuff like that. I've never been in trouble like that, but I'm really interested to find and have other people's stories, and that's what I'm really passionate about, like education, crime. I think that's so interesting. I don't know if many of you know, but I've always wanted to be in the police. I've done it at college, done all the courses. I'm qualified to go into the police. Just, yeah, you know, yeah, I don't know. I'm just super passionate about so many things. And at the moment, I just can't, you know, I don't know whether any of you ADHDers also, you have so many ideas, right? And I'm so passionate about so many things. Trying to get them all together in a good kind of balanced momentum is really difficult. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Sometimes I feel like, oh my god, yes, I can achieve all this, and the next day I'm like, friggin' hell, like how did I think I could do all of this? Like, I'm really into science, and I've got some science videos coming up on my YouTube channel. I filmed them, I just need to edit them, right? And I'm really like, science is my thing. I never really got into it at school because, well, I'll tell you, this is kind of a funny story, so I'll tell you. I was in science. I think I was year 9, so like 13, 12, 13, 14, yeah, is that right? Maybe 13, I don't know. Anyway, I chased someone round. I chased one of my old friends around the classroom in the science lab with a frog. I was meant to be dissecting it, but I was chasing around the room with a frog. And yeah, so I was banned from going to science. I was banned from going to science. So I was never really given the opportunity to do science experiments, and I am like so down for it now. Like, over in my little like desky part, I have some yeast, just random stuff, because I have these ideas to do like sciencey videos. Actually, that was better lighting over there. You can't see my horrible spots. Oh no, maybe not. Ooh. So yeah, like I have so many great ideas. It's just trying to put them into a like good. Well, actually, it's trying to find people on here that want to do it with me. Like, I don't want to do all the things on my own. Like, I'm really a sociable person when it comes to people that I know understand me. And I want to find some people on here that kind of match my niche. Yeah, I follow so many amazing pages on here, but not all of them are kind of what I'm kind of interested in. Like, there's a few, and I've already done collabs with like some, you know, like Bex and B and stuff like that. I've done collabs with those type, like those girls, because I am interested in their like content, and I just want to know if there's any more people, because I would love to kind of set up a massive like ADHD group chat on WhatsApp or something, where we could all come up with some good ideas. Maybe like I'm a YouTuber, that's what I want to do, you know. I'm great, I'm not gonna say like I'm good at it, because I'm not big-headed, but I do enjoy it, and that's what I want to do for my time. And I just feel like there's so many other people. I'll edit the videos. I don't care about that. You know, I haven't got a job. I'm pretty boring. I haven't really got a life. So I like to edit. I'll do the editing. But it's just, I need people that are just willing to, you know, bear with me, because when it comes to my ideas, they're so sporadic and random. Not everyone's like, oh, I don't want to do that. But I feel like, you know, like I say, Bex and B, and like Molly, my friend Molly on here, like I feel like we could all like collab together, and I like come up with I don't even know, have like a big Zoom meeting or something, like all of us, and come up with ideas, because I honestly feel like if we try to like, even like in, I don't even know, just all get involved in videos together, collab with each other, I feel like building a community like with young adult ADHDers, I feel like that's a really positive step. But it's trying to find, because I don't know, I mean, I'm not hating on anyone, because I think everyone's content is good, you know, you post what you want. But I find it hard, because sometimes I post stuff and I delete it straight after, because I'm like, no, I know people don't want to see that. But I just like, I don't know, I just have, I mean, look, I'll show you my notebook, ready? I'll show you how many ideas I generally have. Like, hang on, I have like a whole notebook of ideas, like, and I mean, it goes on and on. Like, there's so many ideas. I've even written like some scripts for them, because I really just want to do it, but it's like, I don't want to annoy people by asking them. That's the thing. You know, I see like Bex and V, they're doing great, and I think, oh God, you know, I don't want to interfere with their stuff. And then I see some other YouTubers with ADHD that do YouTube, and I'm like, no, they're not going to want to do it with me. I'm too small of a YouTuber. And I think people, I don't know, I suppose it's my fear of being rejected, kind of thing. But yeah, no, I have so many good ideas. So the people that have said they're interested, I mean, I will maybe add them all into a group chat maybe, and we can have like a Zoom meeting or something, so we can all kind of get together. And I personally, I feel like that'd be great, because the more, I don't know, the more we all go together, I think the more of a community we can build. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. This is just me kind of talking my ideas through. But I do feel like, I don't know. I live in Portsmouth. Like, I live in Portsmouth, which is like south-east of England, I think. I think I think that's where I live, Hampshire. So I don't know if any of you guys are local, but after COVID, I definitely want to travel somewhere to meet some like of you guys, because I don't have anyone that actually has ADHD in my family, let alone like I know anybody. So I feel like the black sheep of the family, or whatever that saying is, like the odd one out. So I would definitely be interested in like meeting up with you guys, or you know, doing Zoom calls, because I think getting some great friendships is where it needs to start, you know, build a community of people. So yeah, I mean, if you are interested, I don't know, I'll either DM you or DM me, or whatever way. And maybe we can speak about setting up like a WhatsApp group, so we can all like chat about some ideas that we have, and kind of like how you'll find, to be honest, it's just a support group kind of thing. And like, if we can agree on some things to do, then we can go ahead and do it. But even like a little small like support group of ADHDs on Instagram, YouTube, so that we can all come together. And like, I feel like when we, like, I know for a fact that some people, and like I've spoken to Bex and B about it, like there's some people that like come at me. Well, there was one person, but you know, he come at me because he kind of said I stole his content. And I was like, how did I steal your content? I'm writing about my life experiences. And he was like, but it happened to me, and I've written about it. And I think, bloody hell, like, it's not a competition. I'm trying to just help people. I mean, I have a blog page as well, which has, you know, I think 3.2k followers. So if anyone wants to like do a Facebook live, if that's better, we could do something like that. And I don't even know, like have a games night, like a mixture of all of us, have like, I don't know, like a games night and involve other people, so like we can build a community around that, so people can see our like friendships and they can join and grow together. Do you know what I mean? Because that's what I would have loved, to be part of a group, like a you know, a community of when I was younger, like. But yeah, I just kind of feel like that would be a good shout if we all joined together and made a big friendship group, so we can all support each other and, like, I don't know, all come up with, I don't know, ideas. Or I mean, I have some ideas, I'm not asking anyone to bring ideas to the table, but I think if any of you, I'll throw some of my ideas out, and if any of you guys are interested in collabing and doing it with me, then that's cool, like, that's sick. But yeah, I don't want to bore you guys, but yeah, do you want to see something pretty funny? I mean, I don't know, but anyway, the other day, right, I was trying to put these lights up. They hang on, I've got like a light that changes like colour, so like I can change it, so like if I wanted blue, it would change, but it's meant to change to blue, but I think, oh, I don't bloody know, there we go, blue, it changes to blue. But the other day, I was so impulsive about it, I put them up on my own. I was meant to wait for my uncle. Oh, I think my connection went. Anyway, I was meant to build this like my uncle built this log cabin, and he was gonna do this for me, like put the lights up. But I impulsively done it, and now I'm ended up with having to stick this here. This is like an extension lead, and this is like where these things are where you plug them in, and they're meant to go at the bottom. Like, I don't even know, but like it's meant to go here basically, where these are finished. That's meant to go over there, so it doesn't look messy. But I'm now left with like a thingy just hanging out my window because I impulsively done it. So I've now had to order new lights because I'm stuck. I cannot handle that. It's making me feel like, I don't know if any of you do, but I like things to be perfect, and I'm not OCD about it, but I don't like things to be, well, I suppose you could call it OCD, but when it comes to my stuff, I like things to be top notch. I do not like things unfinished. Like this up here, right? That thing up here, that was my idea. I thought, I'll leave a little gap in the ceiling so I can put some things, you know, to the back of there, because I'm quite a cluttered person. So I thought, leave that there. And now it looks so shit. And I just think, Molly, I've ruined the whole frigging room. And then, like, yeah, oh dear. I brought my dad out here because I was so proud of, like, oh, I put the lights up. And the first thing he was like, I was like, is that meant to look like that? And I was like, oh, for God's sake. But yeah. Is what a birdhouse? What I'm living in? I wish it was a birdhouse. It'd be a bit smaller. I wouldn't have to try and keep it so clean. Are you on about that up there? It's meant to be a storage unit, but I kind of, it was my idea, and my uncle said no, just let me finish the ceiling. I was like, no, it's a good idea. Leave it as like a. But it didn't work. It did not work. But yeah, I think my dad's in now. We've had to have the emergency plumber out, because apparently it was me. I don't think it was me. Apparently, the last person to have a shower, which was actually me, but I don't believe that I've done what he told me, but basically, apparently I flooded the kitchen ceiling. I don't know how I did it, but apparently it was me. So yeah, I got shifted out here because, well, there's no, this is my room, and you're only allowed one person in the house because of COVID, so the emergency plumber had to come out, and, well, like I say, this out here is meant to be a studio, and when I'm ready to adjust to living on my own, we are going to get planning permission, and I'm personally going to save up to build, a side extra, so like, bear in mind, my garden is under renovation for having like the electrics in, so it's not always this horrible, but basically this part over here it's going to stay like that for a while, because we're going to have a side bit like built on to the side of my log cabin, so that I can have this as a studio and that part as a bedroom, so I can move out. But we had trouble getting planning permission for this, so we're not very hopeful that that's going to happen anytime soon, because I live in it is a cul-de-sac or whatever what you friggin' want to call it. Basically, I live in a place where there's only a few houses, but the houses are pretty like wide. We got that quite big, like a wide house, and so the gardens are really like, they touch each other, like they're really like I was gonna say inbred, they're not they're like conjoined really closely, so we've had to build a high wall because of our dogs, but because we've got high walls, they're not happy to have another building added on, because apparently it's something to do with sunlight. You know, neighbours can contest that they won't have the correct sunlight hours or something. I'm not really sure, but basically I don't want to move out, but there comes a time when I've got too many things, like all my shoes over there, like I have just too many shoes, so yeah, I need space. And secondly, this is what this type of thing is for, like in the morning, oh, that is not corona, it's not oh dear. Yeah, basically in the mornings I come out here, do my makeup, I've got all my clothes out here. It's just like a walk-in wardrobe kind of thing. It's not big enough for my shoes. Basically, look, this birdhouse thing is just, it's really tiny. It's just got like storage, and I don't know why. Someone for Christmas, I'm not sure who brought it for me, but brought me like an old Polaroid camera. I don't even know. I don't know. So I've kind of just put that up there because I don't want. So I just put that up there. You're jealous of my shoe collection, okay? There's a thing that comes with my shoe collection, right? And I'll show you, because these are only my favourite shoes. So like I've got ones that haven't even been worn. Like I'm pretty much a Vans person. Like Vans and Nike. They're just all Vans. Yeah, I'm pretty much a Vans person and a Nike. I even have 2 pairs over here because I just can't be bothered to. I can't bother to put them on the shoe rack. It's too much effort for me. But do you know what my favourite thing of this log cabin is? One of my really good friends, Jessica, she moved away. She was actually a really, really good friend of mine. She was from work, and when I was being bullied, she was the only one that actually stuck up for me. She was the only one that could see this horrible bitch as the way that she actually is a bully. And she left, and when she left, she found out she was pregnant. I was gutted because I was like, oh, I would love to have been a part of her little boy's life. But anyway, doesn't matter. But yeah, she bought me this. Yeah, she bought me this because she knows how much Woody means to me. So it was kind of like a really nice present. So that's my favourite thing in this little cabin, because my dog Woody will not come out here. He doesn't like change. I don't know. He's just a bit of a weird dog sometimes, bless him. But yeah, it's really hot in here. But yeah, that's it really. I don't even know, why did I even start showing you my log cabin? Not everyone cares about my log cabin. But yeah, if you guys are interested in doing like collabs with me, or you want to join maybe a group chat if I set it up, if there's enough people, I'll set it up, and we can all start kind of getting together, doing like collabs together, having like games nights or whatever on live, or whatever. Wow, it's really hot, bloody hell. But yeah, that was it really. I came in here to talk about Harvey Katie Price, and now I'm telling you why, you know, the interior of my bedroom. Oh, better not call it a bedroom. A YouTube studio. But yeah, that's pretty much it really. I've probably bored you guys enough. So, is anyone else like suffering with hair at the moment? So, I have really, really thick hair, like, and I mean, don't look at my bad spots. I've literally don't know why that's happening. I think it's something to do with like the mask. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So I've really, really, really like horrible hair at the moment. Like my roots are like really bad. Look at my fringe roots. Look at that. But yeah, that's basically it. I've really not got much to go on really, other than talking about I don't know, do any of you guys have any questions or whatever? I don't know. I don't really do likes because I'm awkward, and I don't like I don't know, I don't like just talking to myself. 2 seconds, I'm gonna have to change these, open the window. I mean, it is well hot. Does anyone have any questions or anything? How do I... There we go. Did you say what's for dinner? Yeast. No. I don't actually know. I think my dad and my sister are going to have Chinese. I'm not. I think that's what they're having. I don't know. Recently, actually, I've not been eating a lot. I've not been feeling like hungry. I don't know whether, because my tablets, I'm on Elvance, and they kind of stopped the. I mean, I lost 5.5 stone from when I started my like ADHD medication. I like lost like. I mean, I've put a few pictures up before about the difference between like my weight. So basically, they really stopped my appetite. But it slowly started to like come back, and like recently I've just not been hungry at all again, and I've been getting migraines again, like really bad, because I'm just not eating, and I'm forgetting to drink again a lot, and that's kind of like where I'm at with my ADHD medication. I want to come off of it. Yeah, I don't really know. I'm pretty much a boring person. Also, did you know I have, right there, cacti? Look, I got this one. This one's called Phineas. This one's called Phineas. And this one here is called Ferb. Yeah, and I've got a little, I love sloths. I mean, I've got a tattoo with sloths. I've got a tattoo sloth. Yeah, they actually are real. They actually really hurt when they prick you as well. I need to get a picture of me and Woody in here. And I love anything to do with space. Oh, I've got the hiccups now. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Do you know what? Here's a funny story. When I brought this, right, I got it from TK Maxx, and well, let's just say I dropped it and the arm fell off. So I called it Neil, not so Armstrong, because he really does have a broken arm, and his fingers fell off. Oh dear. I am just, yeah. When trouble seems to come my way all the time, and I'm just left thinking like, what the hell? But yeah, I don't know what else to really talk about. My next YouTube video, I have filmed it, but it really does need to be edited, but I can't be arsed. It's gonna be, well, I haven't filmed this one yet, but this one is a science video about, it's pretty good. Well, it's gonna be good. I haven't done it yet, but it's gonna be good because apparently it's called the elephant toothpaste or something like that. Apparently it's the biggest explosion you can make at home. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I did do my last science experiment in here, and I am not doing that if it's gonna be like messy and sticky. So This is going to have to be outside, I think. Because, oh, yeah. How do you watch the YouTube? What do you mean? How do I watch the YouTube? Do you mean, how do I watch it? I watch it on my laptop or my iPad. Is it the same? Yeah, I know, people keep telling me this elephant toothpaste thing is really good. I have watched a few videos, but I'm not really into YouTube that much anymore. My favourite YouTuber, though, is Roman Atwood, if you know who he is. He's the reason I got into YouTube in the first place. When I go to the dentist, or like anywhere that has weird noises that I don't like, I put my headphones in and I just watch his videos. It's the only way I can calm myself down. Oh, how do we watch my YouTube? If you go onto this Instagram, click on my name, and just below where it says my name, then it will say like Molly Brooks, blah, 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 blah. It will say Linktree. If you click that, it will take you to my YouTube channel. I think it should do. If not, message me and I'll send you the link. But yeah, if anything, just type in Molly's ADHD Mayhem on YouTube. That's what the name is. I think you'll find it. And someone said something about me being diagnosed, didn't they? I think. When were you diagnosed? September 2019, so just over a year ago now. Yes. It was. I've always had trouble, and I've always been in trouble. I've always been a little bit of a rebellious soul. I've always kind of gone against authority, never done what I was told. Always been very confrontational when it comes to me being stressed. Yeah, there's so much about me that kind of was, I don't know how you put it. It's basically, I'm not saying people are weird, I'm not, but like I've always had kind of problems. You know, I've always had some of my own personal issues, and growing up, it got me in some horrible situations. You know, trouble with the police at school, drinking alcohol at school, and you know, doing a lot of things that I shouldn't done, assaulting a teacher. You know, my behaviour has always been pretty bad. Growing up, I was always nasty about my mum. I was just horrible. I used to get in my car and drive and not come home. You know, it's just I think being a female with ADHD, I was always kind of what's the word? You know, I was diagnosed with anxiety at 11. I've never slept in my own room. I've always, still to this day, I can't sleep in my own room. So I don't really sleep very well. And I've always struggled with attachment to my parents. Like I can't do anything on my own. It's only very recently, like about last year, I went to London on my own a few times because I had to go there for work, and I had to go on my own. And I mean, that was intense for me. That was a big step. But since then, I've kind of grown as a person in ways that I've become independent, doing stuff in other ways. You know, obviously I can't really go out on my own, but I have become a lot more independent as the time's gone on, and where I've been medicated, it does help me a lot. Like being medicated helped me achieve my GCSE maths this year. Last year I got a B in maths. Who the hell would have thought that? Like every year previous, I've got an A, an E, D, and a U. Like anyway, maths is not my thing. But if you want anything about English or writing, if you need some, I can do that. Not maths. I mean, yeah, maths is not my thing. I do not know how I passed, but I don't remember any of it. So, yeah. But yeah, I don't really know what else to talk about other than I think I'm going to have to go because I'm really, really hot. And I want to go in a minute. And basically I'm in a campaign thing that's against food waste. So at 4 o'clock I get a text message from shops telling me if they've got any food left over, and I actually give it to my granddad because he's elderly and he lives on his own, and because of coronavirus I can't take my hoodie off because I don't have a t-shirt underneath, because I don't like t-shirts. I only wear hoodies because I don't like how t-shirts feel on me. But anyway, yeah, I'm on this campaign thing about food waste, and I help by giving a donation to money to a certain shop. It can be multiple, it can be Starbucks, Costa's, Cafe Nero, there's some local like food banks, and there's some local garden centres and stuff like that are part of this campaign, and they are fighting against like food waste because they don't like wasting food and stuff. So at the end of the day, if they've got any food left over, I'm part of this like app and group thing that kind of notifies, and you pay I think it's £4 you pay each time, but you get like a massive bag of food, and I give it to my granddad because it's kind of like, for me, that's who I'm gonna ultimately give it to, because he hasn't got a very good pension, because when he was younger it wasn't about pensions. He worked like as a lorry driver and things like that. It wasn't a good he didn't ever get involved in a pension. So since retiring and since my nan passed away, he's been living on his own, and he hasn't really got a lot of money, so I help him out as much as I can, and I love him, so I try and get him some food by helping out the environment as well. So yeah, and it's coming up 3 o'clock, so I best get going. I wasn't even gonna be on here this long, so I'm happy you guys have come on here. So now I know you guys like my lives and you interact, I'll be able to I'll do it a lot more. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye. How do I turn this off? There.